Morning! We've just parked up in Buttermere village where we've headed down to the lake. We're going to go up High Crag, High Stile, Red Pike, and then we're going to come down via Lincoln Edge. We're going to go up an alternative route today. We're going to do the Sheepbone Buttress onto High Crag. Just me and Billy. It's Saturday the 3rd of June. We're nice and early. It's just 20 past 6 now, so we've kind of beaten the crowds into Buttermere. So from the lake we're going to go through the gate, but rather than follow the lake shore path, we're going to head in the direction of Red Pike and then take a left here into the wood rather than going up the steps there to Red Pike. Just as you start dropping back down towards the lake, take this right, which will eventually take us up to a stile and out of the wood and onto the fell side. From the stile, which has a very good dog gate in it, we'll take this faint bracken path. Bracken's not too bad, but it's actually grew about 18 inches just in a week. It was still brown last week. It's greening up now. So the ticks will be here shortly. Well, they're here already, but they'll be here in force. I have to get some spray on my legs. So that's our first view of the Sheepbone Buttress. The route is from the right hand corner of the buttress up to the left hand top corner. There's a natural rake. You can see it clearly from Buttermere village. Head up the coombe a good way and then we'll hit that rake from this bottom right hand corner. we're going to head a little higher, where somewhere around here we're going to find the rake that's going to take us up through these crags, called the Sheepbone Buttress, onto High Crag. But just look at this, it's amazing, it's like a coliseum, fantastic. I'm panning around to my right, where we've got Haystack's northeast ridge, which is this one just up here. We'll do this in a few weeks time, or a couple of months time, but we'll do this one from Gatesgarth Farm, which is just down here, and then we'll follow it back across maybe Haystacks, something like that. But today we're going to go up the Buttress, and then we're going to cross Stile, then over to Red Pike, and then down Lincoln Edge. So keep following the combe until you get to this big broken down cairn, where we're going to take a left. We're going to traverse across this ground here, and just up here is the rake we're looking for, the Sheepbone Buttress. It's all hard ground, there's not much of a path. You can see there's a gateway through there between them two crags. We need to head into there and then up there. If you look in Alfred Wainwright's book, the picture of this route and this little gate is absolutely perfect. He's got it bang on. Head through there, up onto the top. And then when we get to the top of that ridge there, we're going to take a right turn and then up onto the summit of High Crag. It's not actually a broken down cairn, it's some kind of a shelter. Just a small one, but I'm almost certain this is the point where we turn and head up. So I'm up now into that rocky gateway. There's the rock star, completely chilled out, found himself a nice flat rock to lie on. We'll keep heading up. Biggest problem I've got at the moment is that sun is just blinding me and, you know, completely blocking my vision of the route. We will sleep absolutely anywhere. Completely at ease on the side of a mountain in the middle of a boulder field on steep ground, and he's fast asleep on that rock. So the initial climb lower down was pretty awful, I don't mind saying, through all them big boulders and scree and vegetation. There's no path at all down there. There's no path on the Ordnance Survey map down there. There is a path higher up on the Ordnance Survey map, which you'll see. I think I'm on it now. I'm on a much clearer route, much easier ground, and I'm heading straight through the centre of that buttress, just up there. So we're almost up the initial part of the Rake, where we're going to eventually get onto the ridge up there, where we'll find a clear path that'll take us to the summit of High Crag. So that's our route up. We came right up there. You can just see them two rock faces, you know, that gate I mentioned earlier just down there. We came straight up through them, scrambled our way through them big boulders. It's no easy route, it's a hard route, it's hard ground, it's steep ground, it's exposed, it's loose, but it's a route and the only route up through here, so don't think about going any other way. Once you're here, it's up this rake and no other way. You can't go up the crags that way, you can't go up the crags that way. It's an ascent only, it's too steep to get down. You could get down, but it would just be absolutely hideous. So it's one way only, up onto High Stile eventually, and then Red Pike. So that's it, we're at the top of the rake. We're going to take a right. We're going to head up this kind of path to the summit. And look at that view behind me of Buttermere. Absolutely beautiful there. High Crag summit, 744 metres to Wainwright, a Burkitt, a Hewitt and a Nuttall. And look at the view from up here. Wow. That's Ennerdale down there, the Ennerdale forest, pillar right in front of us. Haystacks along this side of the ridge. Fleetwood Pike, Dalehead, Robinson, the Buttermere Skyline. There's nothing quite like it. We're going to follow it along the ridge over High Stile and Red Pike, and then we're going to start to descend down Lincoln Edge in the direction of Crummock Water, where we'll eventually hit Scaleforce, the big waterfall down there, and head back into Buttermere. High Crag behind us, where we've just came from. You can just see our route there now. You can see the Sheepbone Buttress. The sun's shining in the groove there. So High Stile has two summits. This is the first one, High Stile Great Crag, 807 metres. It's a Burkitt, a Madeline, a Hewitt and a Nuttall. Wainwright summit, 806 metres. It's a Wainwright and a Burkitt, and it's a metre lower than that one. So from High Stile we're going to head over to Red Pike. That massive buttress behind me is High Stile. Red Pike's there in front of us. You can see the red grit and scree coming down from the front of it, gives it its name. The little hill below Red Pike is called Dodd. That's another Burkitt. Red Pike summit, 755 metres. It's a Wainwright, a Burkitt, a Hewitt and a Nuttall. So from Red Pike we're going to follow its ridge northwest off Lincoln Edge, which is that ridge just down there. That's Melbreck behind it, that's Crummock Water, and that's Lowes Water behind Melbreck. So we're just going to head all the way down Lincoln Edge to the waterfall, Scale Force, and then back round to Buttermere. Rather than going straight off the end of Lincoln Edge, I'm going to take this path here to my left because I know it's more direct to the river, where Billy can get a bit of a drink and I'll swim about, and I can get a drink as well because I've run out of water. I would normally go off Lincoln Edge there, down the heather terraces that would take me to the bottom of Scale Force. This takes us round the corner of Scale Force, but it takes us down to the river. I've never done this path, so I just want to check it out really. I've seen this path from when I was over the other side of the river, ratching about on that little hill over there that I forget the name of. I looked over at this path and thought, oh, looks quite an interesting way down, an easier way down than off the end of the edge, so I'm going to give it a go anyhow. So yeah, this path's a much easier path than coming down by the waterfall. It's more or less straight down to the river here, and then we'll gradually drop a bit more descent round to the waterfall. Billy's down there somewhere, a mile ahead of us. You can obviously hear the river. He's desperate to get in it. It's very, very dry up on the top of the high mountains now. All the bogs have even dried out. Not much wet ground at all, so once again he's drunk all my water, so I'm ready for some as well. There he is, howala water baby. He's down there in the river. I'm just gonna try and get down there myself. This is a nice place. Look at that. Do a wild camp here, couldn't you? Nice flat bit by the river. And look at the water source. Wow. Beautiful. We took a tiny detour there just to go and have a look at Scale Force. I didn't think there'd be a lot of water in it, so I was quite surprised. It was quite nice, in fact it was very nice, worth a little visit. So we're now going to follow this path above Crummock Water all the way back round to Buttermere. So that's Crummock Water. Behind it is Grassmoor. In the foreground here we've got Rannerdale Knots and Whiteless Pike above Rannerdale Knots. Panning round to my right we've got Robinson and High Snotrig, and then over that little brow there we've got the top of Fleetwith Pike. Well, we're not too far away from Buttermere now, so I'm going to wrap my video up and say thank you for watching. In total, I think by the time we get there, should be about maybe 9 mile. Sheepbone Buttress, fantastic route. If I was going to grade the Sheepbone Buttress on difficultness, 0 being easy, 5 being hard, I'm going to give it a 6 because it was a tough old route. So thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Thank you from me and thank you from the Rockstar. Chilling out in the shade there, look.